I want to preface this video by stating the fact that it will not be monetized on any level whatsoever, as I see that would be disrespectful towards the person that has recently passed, and an injustice to basically everyone involved in this entire situation, whether it be viewer or content creator, or TechnoBlade's family, or anything along those lines. Second of all, I do not encourage any form of harassment or witch hunting or doxing or anything along those lines towards anyone involved, as that would create an echo chamber of pure bliss and ignorance and full of arrogance and just genuine disrespect towards the person that has recently passed. So keep that in mind while you're watching this video. Now, recently, news has got out that TechnoBlade has passed away due to their cancer diagnosis. They had written up a script for one of their family members to read off and put into a video form to all, like a message to all their fans. It was genuinely heartbreaking waking up and seeing that video. It was just honestly extremely depressing and heartbreaking to hear the fact that TechnoBlade has recently passed away. Fans across the internet were devastated everywhere. With that also came the most disrespectful, blatantly stupid, immature children and even adults that come out onto their platform on the internet, the privilege of having a platform on the internet, or even they just come on the internet in general, decide to post things thinking that they're funny about TechnoBlade's recent passing in a disrespectful and immature manner. If you're wondering why I'm trying to be so formal in this video, it's because that I just feel that since I'm talking about people that are just a complete disgrace to society and just genuine, not even menaces are like, can be even seen as funny. This is just actual disrespect on a man's passing. But without further ado, I do want to talk about these people because it is extremely harmful to our community in general. Because one of these is in our own commentary community. There's a couple of that are on like that TikTok side of things. There's Twitter stuff. I can go on and on. But I'm going to be moving on to the different topics of this video now. I'm going to start off with probably one of the most blatantly disrespectful things you can possibly do after someone's passing or just a general serious event that has occurred on the internet. Milking videos. Now, I don't need to point fingers here, Brazo, but generally milking content, I'm under the impression that it's not that big of a deal. You can milk as many videos on you as you want, as like on whatever you want basically, but there's definitely a line to be crossed on the quantity and what you're talking about when it comes to milking content. There's sort of a general rule of thumb that you don't talk about stuff that's extremely serious in a disrespectful topic commentary manner where you're just trying to speed run through the video. Now, I'm not trying to single out Brazo, and I don't encourage any harassment or even the viewing of Brazo's content because it'll give him more attention. Listen, man, Brazo, I don't hate you or anything, but this is just such a disrespectful douchebag move. I'm disappointed. Brazo has made 6 videos in the past 24 hours. The past 24 hours in which TechnoBlade has passed, or at least that has been announced that he passed. And Brazo thought in his mature mind that it would be a great moral idea to make 6 YouTube videos trying to garner attention about TechnoBlade's passing. Now, maybe the first couple of ones were okay, right? I'm gonna give Brazo the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe the first one talking about how devastating it was that this happened and generally just reporting on it for people that may have already been unaware of the situation since it was such a big thing. Maybe it's understandable, especially considering the circumstances if you were a large-time TechnoBlade fan. And maybe the one where he talks about people that don't like TechnoBlade and said some really bad stuff, because that's what I'm doing in this video. It said some really bad stuff about TechnoBlade after their passing and was being extremely disrespectful in a bad manner. Okay, that's understandable. But when you make a total of 6, maybe even 7 at this point, because I haven't really checked his channel in the past couple of hours, so maybe he's made another one, but at least 6 videos on someone's passing for the sake of getting views is just generally disgusting. I was even reluctant to make this video because I felt that it was disrespectful to talk about someone who's recently passed. But Brazo, it is generally disgusting, and the fact that people are biting this, they're eating it up. Brazo, I can understand expressing your passion as to why you're so depressed and devastated because of TechnoBlade's passing. But I please beg you to not go about it in a topic commentary manner where you start off the video with, oh yeah guys, so essentially today I'm going to be exposing the biggest TechnoBlade haters. You could just go about it formally and respectfully, but I understand you can't because you're just trying to speed run 2-minute videos out so you can get hundreds of thousands of views on your videos. You can garner subscribers. Now you may be saying, oh, but Brazo posted on their community tab that they were making all the proceeds go to a charity that TechnoBlade supported. So I mean, it's game basically. They're they're doing something good in return. But I want to think in the more longevity side of things here. Let's say Brazo gets all this clout from making these TechnoBlade videos. Further on in their career, they'll have more people watching their content. Now, obviously, matters change in between views and like longevity for sake. But let's say he averages the views that he's sort of getting around now with his newfound fan base because of all these new TechnoBlade videos that are getting hundreds of thousands of views. He would go on to make more money just off of that because that audience found him in the first place because he milked videos on someone's death. Think about that. Let that sink in. I've had enough about talking about Brazo though, because I understand he's not going to respond to me in any which way because Brazo doesn't care. He doesn't care. But that's what I'm gonna leave it with. Brazo doesn't care, so there's no point in talking about him anymore. Moving on to the next segment. Now, when I was scrolling down my For You page, when I first, like a bit after I saw the original video that stated TechnoBlade's passing, I saw this abomination of a TikTok account. Now, recently, the story trend or the story feature on TikTok has been booming as of recent. It's essentially the thing like Instagram, where it shows like a slideshow of a bunch of different photos that you choose to post on the story or on the slideshow. This is something you can manually do, and you can scroll down your For You page. Instead of just seeing videos, you can see these slideshows. You can put audios underneath these slideshows, and you can match the photos to like the audio. It's pretty creative and sort of an innovative feature that TikTok created. But with that being said, it has brought on a lot of harm because I have captured this as of recent, where this TikTok account goes on to make haha funny jokes about TechnoBlade's passing. Now, if you're confused about this 4 thing, essentially that's stating that TechnoBlade passed, quote-unquote, of quote-unquote stage 4 cancer, which is seen as funny somehow, but we'll move on from that. And the other one's a trend where it's essentially like, oh, he made a joke about underwear, and now that the person's mad, so they're gonna do something really outrageous in return. That was the original trend, but now this has turned into genuine disrespect. Now, I'm under the impression this TikTok account got hacked because in 2021 they were posting videos about themselves and like who they were, and if you check their Instagram, yes, they do say that they were hacked, and the bio is literally just a dead giveaway, and they wouldn't have posted this sort of content so out of pocket after not uploading for like a year. But still, considering the circumstances, this is still disrespectful to whoever hacked the TikTok account, or just in general. They're just like absolute degenerate nerd pieces of garbage that shouldn't be on the internet because they think they're funny when in reality they're an edgy 13-year-old that's fat and ugly. And finally, I want to talk about this most recent Twitter situation in which essentially when Dream talked about Techno's passing on stream and tweeted about it, there were multiple replies in which these impressionable children were asking Dream to stream about it since it was such a tough time. Now, I'd argue, yes, this is garbage, this is a horrible take, this is so bad, I don't like it. I don't like this reply, but it was clearly made from an impressionable kid. I mean, what do they have? A George Not Found profile picture, man? Like, I don't know what people were really expecting from this, but it was the people that were moreover mature and thought that this was actually a reasonable, responsible response to this entire situation unfolding in front of our eyes. F cancer. Hug the ones closest to you. Dream, I'm really sorry to ask, but maybe you could scream? I think we're all looking for comfort from our characters at the moment. No pressure, but if you are able to, it would really be helpful to me personally and a few other fans. What reasonable, mature adult would make this sort of response? Clearly no one aside from the mentally insane. Not a dig at you mentally insane people. I'm just saying, man, this is clearly made by someone who is not mature enough to understand the concept that someone actually just passed, and one of their best friends in their content creation business would not want to go on stream right after his friend passed. See how unreasonable it is? Obviously, no one who is over the age of, I'd even reckon like 17 would post this and think, yep, this was reasonable and this was a responsible use of my Twitter platform. Now, I'm going to state that they did apologize and do not seek out this person to try and harass them, dox them, witch hunt them, anything along those lines. They clearly made a mistake and they even owned up to it despite being so childish instead of just like, I don't know, damage controlling or deleting their account in general. So it's glad to see people that can actually remark up for their actions and talk about what they did wrong and apologize for those things, because this was a very serious situation. But that's essentially it that I all wanted to go throughout this video, man. I'm not even gonna do my usual ending with like the whole subscribe, go watch these other videos, man. This is just a whole new thing. My fucking bad if the audios are a little quiet. I'm trying to be a bit quieter right now to be, again, a bit more formal and respectful. But fuck yeah, man. Oh my god. Fucking sad, man. Alright, see you in the next one, man.